Alright, welcome back to Project FS Cherokee. I thought I'd show you what I've done to it so far. So I started off by washing the outside off really good, scrubbing it and getting all the sap and stuff off of it, figuring out where the rust was on the outside, and then I went through and cleaned the inside pretty good. I didn't clean it perfect, but I went through and vacuumed up a bunch of the dirt and cleaned out all the garbage and stuff that was in there and took off the seat covers and threw them in the washer and washed them really good, and then I put that seat cover back on. And after all that, I figured out what I needed to do to the engine. So here I am. My release switch for the hood sometimes doesn't release, so I got to lube that up. But I looked at the carburetor to figure out what all the previous owner had done to it, and if he did rebuild it, then he didn't finish, because there was parts that were disconnected, there was bolts that were loose. So I tightened all that down, connected pieces, put on C-clips and stuff, and in the process now of getting it to idle quite right, I have since plugged some of these vacuum lines off that you see are unplugged. Went through, rerouted vacuum lines. I replaced the starter because it didn't work. The heater, as you can see there, is bypassed because it was leaking from the inside, so I'll have to rebuild that or replace it. A lot of this stuff, like the AC, isn't hooked up, and this other thing on top of the engine, I'm not sure exactly what that is. I haven't really looked into it much, but it's needed because of the bracket that it bolts to holds other things there. So I've thought about getting rid of it, but then I would have to figure out some other kind of bracket. So for now it stays, as well as the AC. So the fuel lines were leaking like crazy, and I had to go through and replace a bunch of rubber fuel lines and connect up all that. And I have since got it to fire. I had to put a different battery out of my J truck in there. The other one that I had just didn't have enough charge to turn the starter over, even with jumper cables. So I put the Jeep battery in there and got it to fire. So here it is, all cleaned up. And of course I got to show the Hairy Situation sticker on the back there. And thanks again for watching, and I'll update you soon with the progress that I've made.